What's up, good people? It's Larry Jones. Go ahead and hit the like button, and if you're new to the page, hit the subscribe button. I just want to give you a quick market update. You're probably not going to see a lot of videos from a lot of YouTubers today because it's just kind of one of those days where things are kind of flat. I didn't post a video yesterday. I just had a headache and like one of my arms had muscle spasms. It was just like, when you was a kid and your father said he was going to whoop you, especially if your dad's built like the Incredible Hulk. And, you got a headache from stress. And now you got high blood pressure from worrying when he's going to come in and give you that belt. So those of you that's young, you don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Hey, but let's just go over a brief what's happening today. The Feds was talking. Remember when I told you when the Feds are talking, market don't like it. Today was no exception rather. Last week we had the consumer price index, kind of spooked the market a little bit, but the market took it, was like big deal. And today was the meeting of the Feds. They had, it was yesterday, which was Tuesday, and Wednesday. Jerome Powell talked about two possible hike rates, okay? We should see more inflation over the next few months because people will be spending more and there'll be more demand, all right? I took a few notes when he was talking. I want to summarize it for you guys. The supply chain issue will continue, right? And then that's going to continue to fuel the inflation problem, right? As unemployment runs out, positions will be filled. So unemployment will run out in most states, and then people will be forced back to go to work. And so what'll happen is when the unemployment run out in most of the states, then people will be forced to go back to work. And then that's going to ease up some of the bottlenecking. And he expect that to happen within months. He always says inflation is short term. It's short term. And so, but there again, inflation will come back after that again. So it was kind of like, here's some good news, but here's some not so good news. Here's some good news, but here's some not so good news. And so the market is just kind of confusing. It's kind of flat and, real skittish right now, and just trying to see what's going on. All right. But having said that, I just wanted to give you guys what's going on in the market. So inflation was short. He thinks it's going to be short-lived. He thinks that it's going to get better in the next few months. But then next year, it may get worse again. So here's one of the things that came up today I wanted you guys to know about. GM plans on spending $35 billion on autonomous cars and electric vehicles. 35 billion. And Ford announced that it was spending billions of dollars. They plan on spending this money from now until 2025. So remember, I was talking about the legacy car companies, GM, Ford, those are two, they call it the big three. I can't think of the third one right now. Somebody leave me a comment below. But General Motors and Ford are the bigger two, right? And so Ford came out. They showed you their F-150 electric. They had the president of the United States floor it on national TV. They've been doing a better job with their public relations. Ford has. And GM is now pledging, as you can see, $35 billion in electrification. And remember, I was saying I was upset at the legacy car companies because we have had the technology, but the American car companies got in bed with the oil companies many, many years ago. And so now, instead of us being proactive, we're being reactive. So what does that tell us? It tells us that electrification is here to stay and is actually literally going to get bigger year over year. And remember, I kept telling you guys, 2025 is the year. I literally, and I'm one of the more bolder people on electric vehicles. I think that my electric vehicle portfolio by the year 2025, which is 4 years from now, will easily be up 300 to 400%. When do you invest in companies like this? When it gets big? No, you invest in it now, right? So when you have GM and Ford pledging billions of dollars, all right? And remember, I've been buying a share of GM and a share of Ford every day. Somebody said, why don't you just buy Ford? It's cheaper and they have bigger room to run, because I knew this was coming from GM. That's why. And they're going to be battling against each other, because everybody wants to be number one, right? And so that's why I've been adding on to them a day, every day I've been adding a share of Ford and a share of GM. I'm sorry. And so until they figure this out, I'm going to be buying. But let's talk about the big boys. Let's talk about Tesla. I bought some more Tesla today at $5.95. And remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just telling you what Larry's doing. You got to do your own research. But I think Tesla at under $600 is a buy. That is my buy price for Tesla. Under $600, and it's going to be there for a while. I bought a few more shares of NIO. Okay. And I bought it at a higher price because I just wanted to add to the amount of shares that I have. But I would say let it come to you. I would say $38 is a good buy. Anything under $38 for NIO is a good buy. But NIO may never come to you. So that's the risk. So that's why I bought some now. And then if it comes down to $38, I'm going to double down even more. And then, of course, you got ChargePoint is still ripping. And so the EV industry as a whole is a good long-term high growth stock. I'm not worried about the volatility for the rest of this year. And I have price predictions. I have one on Tesla, and I have one on NIO, and it's been consistent. I believe that Tesla will hit $900. I've been saying that. Even with the chip shortage, $900, right? GM announced that they're going to be manufacturing their own batteries, okay? NIO, I believe, is going to be manufacturing their own chips. There has been nothing concrete about that. I just study companies and how they move. And not only will they be manufacturing their own chips, I believe they're going to be selling chips to other manufacturers. And that's going to further push NIO. I believe NIO will hit $72 to $75 this year. $75 is my price target by the end of this year or Q1 of 2022. I believe that Tesla, everybody sleeps on Tesla. These are buying opportunities. And because of the uncertainty in the market today, I took this time to buy some Tesla. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. I wanted to share with you what's going on with the market and why the market was so skittish today. And I believe that the market can handle, because all of the scare was over inflation. And so now we've had a 1-2 punch, and the market was just pretty much like, okay, all right, I got it. Let's do this. And so now I'm going to start adding to more positions, especially in the EV industry. All right. Let me know what you're looking at now that the Fed has talked. Let me know if you're planning on buying anything Thursday and Friday. Share it with the family what you're thinking about in what industry. One more little tidbit. So I was looking at GM when they're going to spin batteries. When they're going to make their own batteries. And I got this American battery. Now, this may not have anything to do with General Motors, but it's a penny stock that I want you guys to look at. I know a lot of you guys are in it. It's ABML. ABML. American Battery. All right. And I want you to look at that. American Battery Metals. And I believe, just like the EV industry, I think it's a long-term play. Even though it's a penny stock, it's a long-term play. Do your research on it. Go to yahoofinance.com. Look at it. I believe that this thing could explode if they get the right deal. And they are making batteries, and they are, excuse me, they are in the EV industry as far as materials for making batteries. Okay. Do your research, good people. I'm going to leave it right there. I didn't have anything really big, but I wanted to bring you something to think about in areas where we can research and find some more good deals. All right, good people. I'm going to leave it right there. Hey, you know, Webull just amped it up now to free stock up to $2,300 now. For those of you that don't have the Webull app, I have a link below. Click it, download it, deposit $100, and you get free stock worth up to $2,300 now. All right, good people, we're going to leave it right there. Live, love, laugh, and learn.